everybody, it's Dan here at Pilates with Dan with your next instalment of your homework sheets. Today we've got the continuing level homework for the spinal movement term. Okay, so the concept behind this term is to get your spine moving in lots of different ways. So in our classes we'll be doing lots of flexion and side movements and rotation and all that sort of stuff, and extension as well. So the idea is to get your spine moving in lots of different ways, and the homework sheet is for you to practice some of the more subtle things that we'll be doing, but also giving you a chance at home to move your spine in lots of different ways. Okay, so make sure you've got your space set up. You've shut the door so the cat and the kids can't come in and jump on you. And also, if you've got a TheraBand, we're going to do a little stretch in the class, so make sure you've got your TheraBand. If you don't have a TheraBand, then use a towel, is fine. It's just an assist. Okay. So, and you've got your mat set up. So, laying down on your back to start off with, and we're just going to give you a chance to sort of settle in onto the mat. So the idea here, the breathing whilst laying in neutral, is just a chance for you to forget about your day, just let your body settle, and allow your mind to focus in on your body for once. Okay, so inhaling and exhaling. See if you can connect to the center of your body. And notice whether you're holding any tension in your back, in your neck or your shoulders. Allow yourself to breathe and just be in the moment. One more breath. Okay, so we're moving to the pelvic curl. You're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, tilt the pelvis. So here's the first bit of spinal movement for you. You're tilting the pelvis and rolling the pelvis up in the air. Hold your position there, and then roll it back down. Okay, we're looking for as much articulation as we can. We've chosen this as one of the first movements because many of you have had a very still lower back all day. Notice I'm not bringing the rib cage off the ground. Okay, so the rib cage stays on the ground. I've got that shape, that curl that we're looking for. So things to look out for when you're at home practicing this movement, that you're not coming up onto your shoulders or your neck or your head. So what I mean by that is you don't get to this point here where you're having to shove up. Okay, so the rib cage has come off the ground. I've got lots of space here, and I've squeezed my shoulder blades back to try and get up higher. Okay, I don't want you to do that. I just want you to get your lumbar or your lower back moving. And back down. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is have the legs together. We're going to inhale and exhale, curl up. So we're going to move into our pelvic shifts. So the idea here is that the pelvis is going to move to the side, come back to the center, to the other side and center, and then you're going to come down with the pelvis. So it's a pelvic curl up, side, side, and then come back down. Okay? So we've got 4 of those to do. Exhale, curl it up. We're shifting to the side. I like to alternate. And then come back down. In the shifts, make sure the pelvis doesn't twist around. So it's just sliding along a flat surface, curling up. You slide, slide, and then go back down. Going to do one more here. Curl it up, and slide, and roll it back down. Okay, so next up we have our chest lifts. So this is a chance for the thoracic or the upper back to start to move. I'll let you decide what level chest lift you're going to do. You either have your legs as they are from the pelvic curl or straight out, or the final option is to have the legs up in the air. I don't mind which one you choose. You're going to inhale to prepare, elbows up towards the ceiling, keep the tailbone and pelvis still as you exhale coming up. Inhale to lengthen back down. Exhale coming up. Inhale down. We've got 6 of these, so 3 to go. Working harder, keeping the pelvis and lower back still. Last one now. Exhale, I want you to now hold your position. We're going to do the hula, which is a little rotation. Exhale to rotate, center, exhale, rotate, center. Again, the pelvis and lower back are not moving or staying very stable. Exhale, exhale. Let's do one more each way. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Resting the upper body down, placing the hands down by your sides. Flex the feet, inhale to tip, exhale center, inhale to tip, exhale center. So with the hula we rotate the upper body, now we're rotating the lower body, so we're asking the lower part of our spine to do some rotation. Center and center. Let's do one more each way. And center. Good. Okay, then you use your TheraBand that you may have, or a towel, and we're just going to give your hamstrings a bit of a stretch. Way, there we go. You have to hold on to your TheraBand, otherwise it will shoot up in the air. Flex the foot. As you can tell, we do this in one take. We keep in the mistakes because the mistakes are fun. I'm just going to stretch the other leg out. Alright, let's do the other side. So the stretches we don't hold for too long, maybe 20 to 30 seconds. You don't want to hold it for too long, only because you're not going to get much more benefit if you hold it for longer. And there's other things to do, like move. Okay, so sneaking a look forwards, we've got the 100 next. And again, just like with the chest lift and hula sequence we did before, I want you to choose what's appropriate for you. If we've done the 100 in class before, you know which one works for you. So the options are having the legs out on the floor, the legs up. Some of us at this level are also working at having the legs extended. Okay, so whatever version of the 100 is your version. That's what I want you to work on. Inhaling to prepare. It's an exhale to come up and off you go with the bids. So we're looking at 10 nice deep breaths. it's halfway. Can count sometimes. One more breath. Good, and resting it all the way down. Okay, so then we've got a little bit of prone work. So prone work's where we're going to be laying on your belly. And we start off with the prone breathing. Again, just like when I got you lay on your back to start off with, it's just to help you sort of relax into the position. So doing about 4 or 5 breaths. And feeling the body just relax into that position. And last one. Good. Okay, so the next exercise we have is the prone diamond press, which may be new to some of you. Think of this as a prep for some of the bigger back extension exercises that we'll be doing in class. So you're going to have the fingers are going to form a little triangle there, hopefully you can see, and the elbows are bent, and the forehead should just sit on the floor or on your mat just below that diamond shape that you've got with your hands. Now, you're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, draw the belly in, and then press the floor away as you inhale, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears and the elbows remain in touch with the floor. Exhale to come back down. Inhale to come up, exhale down. I want you to always just be looking down at the floor, so you're not bringing your head up to look around. So you're keeping the back of the neck straight. And back down. Many of you know that I don't mind you doing neck exercises. They're good things to do. The neck, just like any other part of the body. And one more here. And back down. So that's a good prep for the next exercise, which is our swan dive prep, which is otherwise known as our full back extension. So you're going to have the fingertips in line with the brow, legs tightened together. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, draw the belly in. Inhale onto the forearms. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale down. So here, try to keep those shoulder blades away from the ears again, and down. Let's do 2 more. Down. Last one. And down. Good. And then push back into a rest position. Now, with the rest position, I want us all to be strongly working on is keeping that space between your thighs and your torso. Thus creating a rounded shape here. I've seen some people with their rest positions be more, I think there's a move called child pose. I'm not sure of the name of it, I'm not a yogi person. So I think some people get confused with child pose and this rest position. The rest position I want you to use is not very restful, okay? You're going to be using muscles to hold your shape and push with your hands to create that long line through the back. So my belly and torso is away from my thighs. I'm not resting down on it. Okay, if that makes sense. And then we're going to move to a quadruped position. So the quadruped position is allowing you just to get settled into this shape, making sure that your hands and knees are evenly weighted, that you feel in the center. And again, just breathing, getting ready for. the next move, and the next move is a little bit interesting. We've got quadruped position, cat stretch, but focusing just on the lumbar spine first. So the lumbar spine is below your ribcage, above your pelvis, and the focus here is just to get that into some flexion and extension. So I want you to exhale and tuck the pelvis under, and then inhale, stick the tailbone out. Exhale to tuck, inhale to extend. So the upper body is staying fairly still. I'm still being actively pushing into the mat with my hands. Extend, one more time, tuck, extend. And then we're going to do the thoracic portion. So the thoracic spine is the spine where your ribs are, basically. Okay, so you're going to exhale to go into thoracic flexion. Inhale to go in extension. I'm trying to keep my pelvis fairly stable. Notice that the head and neck kind of naturally do this as well, and that's okay. I'm trying to focus on my thoracic spine, doing some movement. Now, next up we have a personal favourite of mine, as you know, the sexy cat. So sexy cat, we're going to swing the hips to the right, and we're going to turn around over our shoulder to look at the hips. And then you're going to go to the other side, turn around to look at the hips. So from above, the spine is going through what's called some lateral flexion and lateral extension. Okay, so it's doing a big C curve from above. Last ones. And again. Good. And then again, just pushing back into that rest position. Now I thought I'd finish off with a little strength component now, which is our front support. So we've been practicing our front supports from last term and holding for 4 breaths. And 4. And rest it in. Keep the fingers nice and spread and keep pushing that floor away. Don't let the spine sag in the center. Good. We have 2 to go. And stepping out, keeping your breath nice and strong. I'm still looking down at the floor between my 2 index fingers. Imagining a point between those 2. Last one now. Stepping out. Good. And resting it there. So there you have it, the homework sheet for the continuing level class for this term, which is spinal movement. During this little homework sheet, we've rotated, we've flexed and extended our spines in lots of different planes of motion. So these are some of the skills that I want you to be practicing for the term ahead. Make sure you hit subscribe and or the like button, and I look forward to seeing you in the studio soon. Bye-bye.